Yo, what's up guys, it's me Zach Lee, and that intro was more entertaining than that game last night.
Y'all knew what was gonna happen.
We're not scared of the Cleveland. They're not the Monstars. They're not on Space Jam. They lace up their shoes just like us. They just happen to play better than us in game one. And we just got to protect home court in game two and get the win.
I mean, LeBron's a good player, but I look at him as just a regular guy to me, you know, so I got to come out and compete just like he has to come out and compete. I got to tie my shoes just like he ties his shoes. So there's bigger threats in my neighborhood than LeBron James, so I have no fear. I have no fear whatsoever of LeBron.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm gonna say this right now. I will attempt to watch game 3. Why? Partially because I don't think it could get any worse, so it might actually be a good game. And the other part of me thinks it actually could get worse. Why?
I also told you we had another level. And you looked at me crazy. I told you that. I believe we got another level as well.
We could legit be looking to put an end to the Boston Celtics as a franchise in game 3, and there's no way I'm going to miss that. Never in my life have I seen something as humiliating as that was last night. Isn't this supposed to be the Eastern Conference Finals? How is the Cavs' first round against the Pacers more entertaining than the Eastern Conference Finals? And after the Raptors series, I didn't think it could possibly get any worse. But the Celtics are out here making the Raptors look like they were the '96 Bulls. Just because you got the #1 pick in the draft, Boston, doesn't mean that you have to start playing like it. How do you go down by 50 at home in the Eastern Conference Finals? You guys need to stop trash talking Boston. It doesn't work out for you. Y'all tried to be funny when you wore all black to game 6 against Washington, and look how that turned out for you. And then after that, you get spanked on your home court in game 1 by LeBron and the Cavs, and you start talking like you're not afraid of the Cavs and they're just another team like you are. And then look what happens. And y'all do understand that that was on national TV, right? You guys do understand that the entire basketball world was watching that, right? I'm pretty sure every single free agent that was considering going to Boston just changed their mind after what they saw last night. Don't nobody else want to be a part of that. Speaking of which, some people thought trading the draft pick for Jimmy Butler was the answer.
Oh, my goodness.
And can anyone please tell me what kind of center that just signed a $120 million contract is scared of the basketball?
I can't imagine what is going through their minds. I think what's going through their minds is...
How are you gonna say that your team isn't scared of LeBron when you got a guy on your team that is scared of getting a rebound? The biggest guy on your team is scared of rebounds. And high-key, I don't even feel like talking about basketball anymore after watching that. I've woken up just about every day this season, every day since the end of October, and talked about basketball and loved it. But now, no, I can't love talking about it after what I saw. Before last night's game, I was looking forward to today's video. I thought I was going to be able to talk about the NBA announcing its finalists for the MVP award. You know, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard were just named as the 3 finalists. I was going to talk about why LeBron wasn't there for some reason, you know, stuff like that. And by the way, just a side note, the fact that Russell Westbrook is still there means that he's most likely going to win. Anyways, until the NBA finals come and we get to see some real basketball being played, there just isn't any point. I mean, the playoffs are supposed to be the best time of year for basketball fans, but honestly, I don't think I've ever been as bored with the actual games themselves as I have been this past month. I mean, yeah, you get a couple of good games here and there. The Boston versus Wizards series, you know, that was alright. I like that the teams didn't like each other, but it was kind of ruined by knowing that they were just competing to see which team would get swept by Cleveland. It's all just been a waste, and I don't know what the league is gonna have to do next year in order to fix it. If these conferences, yes, I said conferences because it is not just the East. If these conferences and the other teams in these conferences don't get better to the point where they can at least challenge Cleveland or challenge the Golden State Warriors come playoff time next year, I can guarantee you that the viewership is about to be at an all-time low. There is no way on this earth that we should ever see anything close to what we saw last night. I mean, this is the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, supposed to be 2 of the best teams in the NBA going at it. And how in the world we have 2 of the best teams in the NBA going at it? Is a team gonna lose by 50 points? There ain't no way One of the best teams in the league is supposed to lose by 50 points in the playoffs. I don't care if it's on the road, I don't care if it's at home, or I don't care if it's at Agrabah. It's not supposed to happen. So like I said, I don't know what you have to do, Adam Silver. I don't care what it is that y'all need to feed these other teams in the NBA to start making this thing competitive again. But at the rate things are going, this could be what we have to look forward to in the playoffs for the next couple of years. And this is honestly making me even more upset that Kawhi Leonard got injured. If we couldn't get a good matchup in the East, the least we could do is get a good matchup in the West. But without Kawhi, that's not happening. I mean, if the Spurs lose this game tonight and Kawhi doesn't play, then it's over. It's a wrap. No good basketball until, what is it, June 1st when the finals start? There is no way two teams should be able to sweep their way to the NBA Finals. And what does kind of upset me though, is that Adam Silver doesn't seem to be too worried about this. As he went on ESPN and said this yesterday, it's not a concern. I think we should be celebrating excellence. People are already anointing these teams as dominant and franchise teams, but on the other hand, I look at Golden State Warriors that hadn't won a championship in 40 years. The Cavaliers, of course, won last year and have never won a championship before that in this league. And you know, you look back at the historic franchises in the league, Celtics with 17 championships, the Lakers with 16. I think they have a long way to go before you put them in that category. And well, of course, you want to see balance throughout the league. At the same time, with teams excelling and playing at that level, I think the fan in me, it's fantastic to watch. Fantastic to watch, he says. Fantastic to watch. Trust me, the fans out here have a much different opinion than the fan out here. What's so fantastic about watching two teams sweep their way to the NBA Finals? Not a single thing. Sure, it'll be fun to watch them go at it in June. It would have been even better if after all the fun things that happen in the regular season, if we just skipped to the finals, to be honest. I mean, what we're watching right now is nothing but a bunch of filler episodes, and nobody likes filler episodes. And this is a huge problem for the league, whether or not Silver wants to admit it. Because while it might be exciting to see the Warriors and Cavs settle the score and break the tie this year, if this happens again next year and the year after that, it won't be nearly as fun to watch. At that point, it'll be like we rewatch what's going down this year over and over again. And that's why I'm looking forward to the offseason more than ever. Since something has to happen, actually a lot of things have to happen in order to make sure next year doesn't turn out like this year. I know a lot of people are saying CP3 to San Antonio needs to happen, and I agree, it does. But then that only gives us one other team that it's on the level of Cleveland and Golden State, and I want to see at least 4, 5, or 6 truly competitive NBA teams to make things interesting. Not just 2 championship teams, the Spurs, who might be able to win a game or 2 if healthy, and then just everyone else like it is right now. And that's going to lead us to the question of the day. And there's going to be a lot of different answers to this question of the day, so I'm curious as to what you guys have to say. And the question is, what do you guys want to see? What do you think needs to happen in order to make this league more competitive? What offseason moves, just anything? And don't say CP3 to the Spurs because that one's too obvious. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, but now let's check out what you guys said from yesterday's video real quick. And yesterday, after the All-NBA teams were announced, I asked you guys what changes you would make to the teams. And you guys said this. The biggest snub was DMC's spot given to DeAndre. These playoffs are as stupid as DeAndre Jordan being on the All-NBA team. First team, no changes. Second and third team, Cousins on second, Gobert slides down to the third. Yeah, mainly everyone was just pointing out that either Cousins or Towns should have made it over Jordan, or that Wall should have been over Thomas or something like that. And yeah, no way DeAndre should have been selected over a bunch of other centers in the NBA, really, not just Towns or Cousins. Heck, I give it to Nikola Jokic over DeAndre too. But that about wraps up all the action for today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Hopefully the playoffs get better. Hopefully the finals make it all worth it. But until tomorrow, keep getting the Bucks, Team SDC. And I'm out of here. Peace.